Good morning. I am Arthur Renault. I'm Regional Manager in Southern California with the Reuse People of America. We are a non-profit environmental group, and our mission is to divert materials from building projects like this away from landfill and distribute them for reuse. And the process that we involve with is called deconstruction. Now, we facilitate this project using outside demolition companies that have worked with us for years, and they're going to come in and they're going to deconstruct by hand any materials that we've identified that could be salvaged for reuse. And that would include everything from the doors on this house to the windows to appliances, electrical, the hanging lights and the different things that we had. One of the more interesting pieces that we were able to accomplish with this was salvaging in one of the bathrooms these ice block glass walls. Now, when you're working with some materials like that, you never really know how that's going to come out with the framing and if it's going to break, or someone might even drop it along the way. But in this case, with the caution we took and the professionalism of the deconstruction team, they came in, were able to remove this along with the other materials and get it to where it ends up going, and all the materials go, is to a store that we manage called the Reuse People store and warehouse out in Pacoima, which is in the San Fernando Valley. This is then either shared with other nonprofits or it's also a retail reuse store. So all of these materials, including the glass block, the ice block that we weren't sure we were going to get, were transported out there, and at this point most of them have been sold off and distributed for reuse. So there's a whole chain of events that will occur, and this all happens because a homeowner, in this case the Fortunato family, made a decision to invest in the idea of doing an environmental demolition along with a sustainable environmental building on this. So we were able to salvage several tons of material from this, and with that, there's also a value given to this through an appraiser. So it does work for the homeowner economically as well as it does environmentally. So an appraiser is going to give a donation value because this material was given to the Reuse People. We are a non-profit environmental group. So there's really a win-win when you do something like this in a project. And that win is, it's a win for the environment, obviously. First of all, you're diverting tons of material from landfill and even from recycling and putting it into its highest measure of reuse. It's also a win, of course, for the homeowner because they're going to be getting the tax deduction, which is a valuable asset in any type of building project like this, where you can offset some of the additional costs that deconstruction costs. And it also involves more employment for the local people, the demolition company that works here, the trucking companies, people at the Reuse People at our store, me. We get to work on these projects and, not just feel good about it, but earn a living through it as well. And it's a really, really valuable part of that whole process, and it does keep people employed. So with that, it really does keep going back to the homeowner, making an intelligent, informed decision as to how to manage the waste that could be coming from a project like this and move it over into recycling, move it into reuse. And we were very fortunate to become involved with this project from the beginning and have followed it through and want to make sure that we can help to support the sustainability of this project in any way that we can.